Welcome to this third clip in our series on Genesis chapter 1 to 11. Today we are going to start reading chapter 2 verse 4b, and we will read chapter 2 and 3. Now I have to explain why did I make that decision. Normally, in a normal way of reading the Bible, or more classical, we would take chapter 1 as a creation narrative, a first creation narrative. Chapter 2, a second creation narrative. And chapter 3, the narration on the fall, the first sin. But I prefer to read chapter 2 and 3 together because they are answering one another. And that's what we will see. So basically what I propose as a reading is chapter 1, verse 1 to chapter 2, verse 4a, which we did in the last clip. And to read them as a group, chapter 2, 4b, till the end of chapter 3. But we will need more than a clip for that. So basically we are, it's the reason why I'm doing that is because chapter 2, if you have a chance to read from chapter 2 verse 4 till chapter 2 verse 24, you will discover that there are things missing for it to be a creation narrative. For instance, there's no earth being created. There's no sun, there's no moon, there's no stars being created. And it seems like this story doesn't know the previous story, because it starts like this. In the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. Well, He just made it, did it before. He created the earth and the heaven. But there's a different point of view here. In the first narrative, the text was saying, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In this narrative, He's creating the earth and the heaven. You said, tell me it's the same thing. Yes, but the point of view is very different. In the first narrative, we were looking from above to down below. Now our 2 feet are on the ground, on the earth, and we're looking towards heaven. It's a different way of looking at things. And I think that this narrative can be really called the paradise narrative because of the word garden. God is planting a garden in that story, and at the end of the story, the man and the woman will be expelled from the garden. So chapter 2 and 3 can be called the paradise narrative because this is the way garden, the Hebrew word, gan, was translated in Greek, paradisos, and this gave us the English, or any other language, not a language, the paradise. And we will see that the whole story is about, not so much about creation, but about what is the meaning of human life in God's plan. Basically, the meaning of human life in the eyes of God is meant to have the human being live in 4 harmonies. The human being and the earth, this would be the second part. Then the first part, sorry, of the text. Then the human being and God. Thirdly, the human being and the animals. And finally, not the human being anymore, but the man and the woman. And these are the 4 basic harmonies that are created in creation. So basically, that's the way we will read it. And we will read in chapter 3, in another further segment of our clips, we will read how this harmony was broken by our own sinfulness. So this was only a foretaste of what is going to happen soon. In the next video, we will read together chapter 2, verse 4b actually, till chapter 2, verse 24. So if you want to be ready, you can read that on your own before you turn on to the next clip. See you then. Thank you.